Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibs7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape vlog. Here today, going to be talking about the Shattered Worlds update that came out yesterday. I did say I would make a video on the video yesterday if it did, or I would make a video on the update yesterday if it did come out. But I kind of wanted to get a little bit more of a feel for the actual minigame itself before actually making a full video on it. I have played a bit of it. I can show in my currency pouch here. If you go to minigames, I currently have 8.6 million shattered anima, which is alright, I guess. I'll head over there just while I talk about it here, and then we can come back to prefer later. But yeah, like I said in the last video, it is kind of lame that they made a whole new minigame rather than updating an existing one or reworking an existing minigame, because there are so many dead minigames in the game at the moment. Although I did talk about that in the last video, so yeah, I won't harp on that too much here, but I still think that is definitely something that they should be doing rather than developing new minigames, is fixing or reworking old ones that are pretty much dead content at this point. However, as far as this new minigame goes, when it first came out and for the first little while past release, a lot of people were hyping it up, saying that this was finally a good update from Jagex, and after so many bad updates, this one was finally good. It definitely looks pretty cool. I like the way these portals look and stuff, but in my opinion, the minigame itself is really just like badly designed in general. Honestly, it's just not that great. The rewards are also in general not that amazing, and they're really the only things that are worth maybe going for are the abilities, which I don't know. I haven't seen any videos on them yet, but the Salt the Wound ability sounds quite good, and unfortunately this ability doesn't sound like it's going to be that great for dual wield melee. It doesn't sound that amazing, but yeah, as far as the minigame itself goes, really just not that great. It's honestly just like, if you think about it, it's a simpler and less interesting form of dungeoneering almost. You basically go into the world, and I'm sure most of you know how it works. You go into the world, and then you fight a bunch of monsters, and then you move on to the next world, and there are some debuffs that you may encounter. I've gone up to world 60 at the moment, but yeah, there are some debuffs that you may encounter, a couple buffs that you're allowed to choose from. Like if I were to start from here, I would get to pick one of these buffs, although they're not a huge deal. Like, I would probably pick electric in this situation because that's probably the best one. I don't know. But you usually only get around 2 to 4 of these at a time, and every 5 worlds you lose them and restart gaining them again. So they're not really a huge impact on the gameplay in the minigame itself. And basically all you do is go through these worlds and kill things, and that's it. And it gets really boring really fast. I was enjoying it same as everybody else for the first hour or two, but after that I just started to get super bored doing the same exact, there's no variation in the worlds at all besides the way that they looked. And the monsters did change as well, but I mean, it didn't really change the way you did it at all. I feel like this minigame could have benefited a lot more from having similar things to dungeoneering as well. I mean, it's already too similar to dungeoneering, but I mean, they might as well have just added, like, maybe some mining rocks that you can mine to get more anima from each world, stuff like that. Anything really, like skilling plots, or maybe challenges that you can undertake for each world, like time challenges, or I don't really know what other kind of challenge there could be for like something like that, but still, there's really no depth to the minigame at all. And on top of that, there is a streak mechanic kind of built in, like how many worlds you can go through in a row, although you get a bank checkpoint every 5 worlds. But the streak does absolutely nothing. JMod has confirmed this. The streak is only for personal satisfaction. That is all the streak does. So you can do 5 worlds and then claim your reward, and then do another 5 worlds and claim your reward, and it would have been the same as doing those 10 worlds in a row without claiming your reward, which is like so stupid. I just really don't think it's a well designed mini game at all, and I really just feel like they could have done a lot more with it, despite the fact that it is very, very similar to the way Dungeoneering works. Just besides having like the room system, that's basically the only thing. It really just needs more depth to it. And another thing on top of this is the amount of worlds you can go up to is 4,000, I believe it said on the Reddit or maybe on the update page itself. I'm not sure, but that's the max possible world that would ever be reachable. But I don't think it's actually possible to reach it with the way the scaling works of the enemies and their damage. But after you get to world 200, you stop getting exploration bonuses. So it's like, why even have that many worlds if there's no incentive to get that high for like any? There's like literally zero incentive to go that high. Makes no sense at all. But either way, I think it still needs more depth to it, even if they had rewards going up to 4,000 worlds. And another thing, the rewards are very, very expensive. I did maybe 3-ish hours, and I've only gotten 8.6 million anima, and you need 63 million for either of the abilities. And then if you want any of the higher leveled Slayer masks, good luck getting the 135 million anima required for most of the good ones like Gano, Eret, Dark Beasts, or Abyssal Demons. Really a lot, and that would take forever. And another problem with this minigame is the fact that the main source of the anima that you get is from reaching a new highest world that you haven't reached before, which usually gives you a pretty big burst of anima. It ranges a lot between like 60k to up to 500k or something like that, maybe a little bit more than that even as you get higher. I'm not sure, I've only gone up to 60 like I said, but still, that is like 90 to 95% of the anima you will be receiving in your first several hours of playing the minigame. And after you have unlocked, like, say you could actually get to world 200 where those rewards stop appearing. After you've gotten all of that, all of the anima from the unlocking the world for the first time, the amount of anima you can get from just grinding the minigame at the normal rate is like 2 million per hour at most, as I've heard on Reddit and in my clan chat. So that means it would take you 31 hours for each of these abilities of just straight grinding this repetitive combat minigame over and over again. And I know it's kind of like a moot point to start complaining about repetitiveness in RuneScape, but there's like good kinds and bad kinds of repetitive, if you know what I mean. And this is the worst kind of repetitive because there's literally zero variation in what you do, and there is no way to change up anything with like little events happening in the world or like stuff like that. It's just the same shit over and over again. And on top of this, they did release a new slot, which everyone is so triggered about because it is not symmetrical on the equipment page anymore. But excuse me. The thing you can put in these slot is these new sigils, which there's only 3 of them, and they cost 45 million anima each, so they better be worth it. And they're really not. The sigil of slaying will increase your experience gained in Slayer by 30%, by 10% for 30 seconds, which is, in most senses, pretty useless, and it has a cooldown for 60 seconds. So I guess you can use it, like you can have that effect active for half of the time you're doing Slayer, because if you activate it and then it lasts for 30 seconds and then 30 more seconds, it'll be off cooldown. So really not that useful at all. Then the Ferocious Sigil, which is like really stupid. When you have that active, it lasts for 30 seconds as well. And then any mobs that you kill in Curdell's dungeon will instantly respawn for 30 seconds. It's like, that is like who the hell cares about that? Honestly, that doesn't seem good at all. Coupled with the fact that you can only use that while you're on Slayer task in Kuradal's dungeon. Really pretty much useless. And then the final one, which was the one I thought might have some ability to crash aggression potions, definitely does not. It has a cooldown of 20 seconds, and when you use it, everything around you will immediately begin attacking you. It doesn't give you a range or anything, how large the range of attack or of aggression will be, but it doesn't compare at all to the aggression potion because you have to activate it, and it's not a constant effect. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about my coughing, but yeah. Basically, all these sigils are pretty garbage and useless, and there's no real reason you should waste your anima on them rather than buying these abilities or something. So pretty pissed because this whole new slot is basically useless for anything right now. They've said more is coming next month with Menaphos, so hopefully those sigils are actually better and not completely useless. But we'll have to wait and see on that. So pretty lame that they added those and they're not really useful at all. You can also buy an override, which is like whatever. A contract, which means you get Slayer XP while you're doing Shattered Worlds. Don't know how good it is or anything, but it seems like a waste of anima, just like the huge Slayer lamp. And then there's this pet that you can slowly upgrade if you want to waste your life away doing this. You need to buy each upgrade individually, and let's go ahead and add all this up to see how much anima it costs to get the full thing upgraded to the tier 9 pet. 58 costs 174.7 million anima, so good luck doing that. That sounds terrible. There's also another pet, the Abyssal Hound, I think it's called, that you can get randomly when opening your reward chest, which I guess is a little bit interesting. And then the Slayer masks, all of which cost way too much, and I don't think would ever really be worth it. So all in all, it was pretty underwhelming and a disappointing minigame, considering, because there's basically zero depth to it. There's also these weekly challenges which you can do once a week, and they'll change every week and get you a little bit of anima. You only get 1.5 million anima total for doing all the challenges, so it's really not something you can rely on for getting the items in any way. So again, not too great there. And just in general, I feel like this minigame could benefit a lot from some small tweaks. Initially, something they could do without really changing the core aspects of the minigame at all, make it so that every month your exploration bonuses reset. So you can go back in and get those bonuses again, and make it a lot less of a ridiculously annoying grind to get these abilities. So as it stands right now, I'm kind of just going to wait until either they update it or someone does some tests on the abilities and they sees if they're actually worth getting or not, because as of right now, I'm bored with the minigame, and there's really just, it could really use a lot more depth to it in order to make it better. That's just my opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think of the minigame in the comments. But yeah, I was just honestly quite disappointed about it, because it seemed really good at the start, but then the more you played it, you realized that it was really shallow of a concept, and there was nothing really to it to really keep you motivated to do it for a long time. So yeah, and the patch notes don't really have anything special to talk about, so there's nothing really there either. So honestly, in the end, it was a decent update to start, but overall, it's just kind of underwhelming once again, as it has been the case for the past couple of weeks. Menaphos is opening its golden gates on June the 5th, so we have a little bit over a month to go before that actually comes out. I'm really looking forward to that. At this point, that's all we have to sort of keep us from going insane with these bad updates. So that's going to be nice. Also, Double XP weekend is coming up as well. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on the update itself. Going to go over a little bit of stuff that I got last night from Rax, and then we'll end the video off. So if we pop open my PVM tab really quick, you guys can see I've gotten a bit of drops from Rax, as we can pull my notepad right here. Bit of a streak of drops right here. I got 2 eyes in 7 kills, which was honestly annoying. I would rather have leg pieces than eyes or webs at this point because they're honestly worth more, no matter what you really think about it. Despite the fact that you can buy a leg, put the eye on, sell the staff, and make a bit of profit right away, I'd rather just have the legs because I'm invested into getting them. But yeah, I've got 2 eyes now, so these 2 legs I'm working towards will be able to be made into staves and sold for a little more, which is, I guess, whatever. But yeah, that is what I've been doing at Araxor, and I've actually managed to reach 300 KC exactly, and I also got my first 300% enrage kill yesterday. I've just never tried for it because it doesn't seem worth it to me to camp at high enrage, but I decided to push for it just to say I've gotten a 300% enrage kill on Araxor. It really wasn't hard. Honestly, I had plenty of food left and everything, so yeah, I pretty much have the boss, I guess you would say, mastered or down pat, pretty much. I've also gotten my kill time down a little. I did 1 instance just for, fun. I was casually going for some times. I wasn't really trying hard or using, I didn't even have an aura on during that, so it wasn't really anything special, but still, I've gotten my 300% enrage kill and 300 KC at Araxor. Still no base pet. Hopefully I can get that before too long, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, still getting quite lucky at the boss, I guess you could say, with getting 2 eyes and 7 kills, and then a leg piece as well. 8 kills after, or yeah, I think 8 kills after the second eye. But it had been quite a while since my last leg piece. A little over 50 kills looks like here, unless I'm missing one that I don't see. Yeah, a little over 50 kills since my last leg piece before I got that one, so glad to get it. Just need 2 bottoms. I'm probably going to reset right now actually and go do some light path. Hopefully get a bottom to finish off one of these 2 legs in my bank, and then we'll continue grinding for that those second pieces of the middle as well as 2 of the bottoms. But yeah, that's basically all I had to say, guys. I also have still been doing cooking, currently 92, getting halfway there to 99 at this point, so that's pretty nice. It's really, really fast. I've just been doing sharks at this point, have quite a few of them cooked, and I do burn a few, but I mean, it's a lot better XP than like lobs or anything, so I definitely think it's worth it. And I only need 2 more levels until I don't burn them anymore, so yeah. That's basically all I've been up to. Gonna be hopefully perking out my Nox bow pretty soon once I reach 83 invention as well. But yeah, that's basically it, you guys. Gonna go ahead and end this video off here. Hope you all did enjoy it, and I will see you guys for the next one. Peace.